All I want is a hug from Noah, and I'm never going to get that hug. And I have had to work through accepting that. I will accept the truth. Just give me the truth for Noah. He deserves it.
Today's case brings us to the north of Ireland and where the Troubles began. The Troubles is a term used to describe a period of conflict in Northern Ireland, and it lasted about 30 years, from the late 1960s until the Good Friday Agreement in 1998. Now, we could be here all day talking about this conflict. Northern Ireland is both Catholic and Protestant, while mainland Ireland is mainly Catholic. Catholics predominantly consider themselves Irish and hold nationalist views. They want an independent Ireland and free from British control. Protestants identify largely as British, meaning they wish to remain linked to the United Kingdom. The police force in Northern Ireland is called the PSNI, and the PSNI are constantly facing criticism of favouring the other side, from both sides of the community. Now that's a quick rundown on what went down for 30 years up north. But today's case brings us to the city Belfast, a beautiful city and best known for the birthplace of the Titanic. It's just 2 hours by train away from Dublin. It's a great day out that the family will be sure to enjoy. And this story begins with a Belfast native, Fiona Donohoe. She would meet a man by the name of Emmanuel while she was in America, and they began a romantic fling. And as a result of this, Fiona became pregnant. And during this pregnancy, Fiona moved back to Northern Ireland to Belfast, while Emmanuel stayed behind in America. And while in Ireland, their son Noah Donohoe was born in 2005. And while his father Emmanuel would video call him from time to time, he was closest with his mother. Noah grew up to be a very loving and caring young man. He was described as someone who would bring joy to everyone he met, and he would make anyone laugh. At the age of 14, he was said to be the perfect gentleman. He attended the all-boys Catholic grammar school, St. Malachy's College, and by all accounts, he was a very academic and smart kid, and he thrived in school, with perfect attendance, and was an incredibly involved student. His dream was to eventually study medicine and work in the medical field, and on top of all that, he would play rugby, basketball, and he spent a lot of time with friends and family.
Anybody that you would talk to about Noah that knew him, his school friends, his teachers, he just gave everything to life, and he was just an amazing boy. He was my blessing.
Hello, this is Noah back in Hell's Kitchen in the Dunvegan household, boys on Dunvegan Street.
He was funny. Oh, yeah, I miss his humour. And you know what, I have loads of wee videos of him.
I've chopped garlic and...
This brings us to 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic. On June 21st, Noah made plans to go meet some friends, and they were all going to be working together on a school project. He would make his way there on his bike, and he also brought his school bag, which contained his laptop and his books. He was wearing a khaki green North Face jacket, grey tracksuit bottoms, a tie-dye blue hoodie with Nike runners, and he also wore his helmet. The journey was brief, and it was one he'd done many times before. Noah would leave his home at 5:41 PM, and from there he was going to meet his friends at Cave Hill Country Park. But Noah never came home that evening, and none of his friends knew where he was. When Noah was reported missing and the police began investigating, they first checked the CCTV around the area. At 5:49 PM, he was cycling through the city centre on his expected route, and he was seen in Victoria Square. And at 5:53 PM, he was seen on Royal Avenue and York Street outside the university. At this point, he appears to be in control, and he was alone. He still has his bag, all his clothing, and his helmet. The route Noah took was a bit odd. This route to Cave Hill is longer and requires him to travel near the Shore Road, an unsavoury part of Belfast for a mixed race Catholic. His family have also questioned why he went this way. At 5:53 to 5:57 PM, Noah was seen travelling towards Yorkgate, and when he is seen, he is no longer carrying his bag. Just after 5:57 p.m, he was seen travelling along North Queen Street, and later his phone was discovered here, close to a children's play park on North Queen Street, and the phone was found by a member of the public. At 6 p.m, he was seen cycling toward the Grove Wellbeing Centre. He fell from his bike just before the junction with the Shore Road. A motorist stopped to assist Noah, but Noah got back on his bicycle, and at 6:01 p.m, he continued along the Shore Road without his green tacky jacket, and this item of clothing has never been recovered. And then at 6:02 p.m, Noah enters the Northwood Crescent, and he is still wearing his helmet and all his clothes, apart from his jacket. His helmet was found between 17 and 23 Northwood Road. His bicycle was also found on the road. Some of the remaining clothes were lying on a wall in the estate. No CCTV or eyewitnesses reported seeing Noah remove his clothing. And finally at 6:03 p.m, Noah was seen going between two houses, number 89 and 91, on the Northwood Road, and CCTV showed Noah naked at this stage. But Noah was nowhere to be seen after this. He seemingly just disappeared.
Eventually, he veered off from his planned route and headed into an unfamiliar neighbourhood.
It's not an area that Noah would have been familiar with at all. Because of Belfast and the way it's segregated for reasons, different communities, Noah would never have any reason to be in this area. Noah was last seen in this area, but we don't have the answers to why or how, and we're not going to point fingers, and we don't encourage anybody else to.
Noah apparently ended up here in this cul-de-sac. Disturbingly, in the last CCTV footage of him taken on this road, he has no clothes on.
The PSNI, along with the public and some volunteers, searched day and night for Noah, but they could not find him. People were urged to check their back gardens and flag any nearby abandoned buildings to authorities. As the days turned to night, the search expanded street to street until Saturday the 6th of June, when a body was found. And the body was confirmed to be the missing boy, Noah Donohoe. He was found in a storm drain behind 85 on the Northwood Road, and this was very close to where he was last seen. The drain was inspected a week before Noah went missing and had been left without the padlock. And on the 24th of June, days after Noah was missing, a padlock had been put back on the drain. And when they researched it again, they found Noah. It is believed the storm drain is a 1 kilometre stretch without any lighting and a significant drop somewhere along the line. When his body was found, he was sent for an immediate autopsy. And when the results came back, it confirmed Noah's cause of death was drowning. But the family were not too convinced. They wanted and needed more answers from the PSNI and how they handled the case, with some relevant questions unanswered and unactioned, like the following. Why CCTV footage had only been captured from 22 CCTV cameras along Noah's route. There is reported to be over 180 CCTV cameras. So this leaves over 150 cameras unchecked. The PSNI have not summoned businesses or private households for footage. Noah's family have continuously been the ones requesting people come forward with any footage they have, and this shouldn't be the case. Noah's family have continuously found out about updates in the case through the newspapers at the same time as the general public, rather than directly from the PSNI, which was very frustrating. Fiona, Noah's mum, has continuously expressed her feelings about the PSNI and how they mishandled this investigation.
At the very start of Noah going missing, I put my trust as a member of the public in the authorities. I knew no different. My eyes are wide open now. This investigation, my mind is blown by how little the police seem to have done. We as a family have done quite a lot of investigation ourselves, and we dispute their line of inquiry.
So what happened to Noah Donohoe? Maybe he had some kind of mental emergency or breakdown, suddenly near the end of his cycle, and maybe he entered the drain himself under mental distress. He then wandered too far down the drain and ended up drowning. This is the PSNI's theory and could very well be what happened to Noah that day. Or maybe Noah was attacked off camera, hence the sudden distress and change in direction. He entered the storm drain to hide and became lost and eventually drowned. Lots of locals and the widespread Ireland believe there is motivation to hide what really happened to Noah. If it transpired that it was a religious motivated attack, it would have the capacity to push the tensions over the edge and restart the war again. Noah could have also been chased and attacked off camera, and after attempting to hide in Northwood Road, he was found and drowned by his attackers. Somehow these alleged attackers were able to destroy DNA evidence, evade cameras and threaten eyewitnesses to not come forward. These could have been all due to a disagreement in the street, his religion, his race, maybe even a teenage row, though that has never been mentioned. It's also worth noting, another young Catholic boy while cycling in the same area was attacked a month earlier and he needed hospital treatment. Noah's mum Fiona and his extended family believe Noah may have been harmed by someone and that the PSNI will eventually come to this unforgiving conclusion. On July 1st, 2020, Noah's funeral took place in St Patrick's Church on Donegall Street in Belfast. It was strictly private due to the restrictions at the time. However, thousands lined the streets to pay respect to Noah and his family. In the immediate aftermath and to the present day, Fiona Donohoe has started a social media campaign, #RememberMyNoah, and she is fighting for more answers and accountability from the PSNI. She has done a number of podcasts and news segments to really get it out there. And that's it. And as for today, Noah's family are still chasing the answers they may never find. Despite the numerous theories and speculations, the PSNI have ruled out any foul play in the case, but the family will never stop chasing for justice and the answers they deserve. To end on a positive, Noah's family alongside Irish journalist Donald McIntyre have started a crowdfunding for an independent investigation into Noah's death, and this has raised £179,000 in 49 days, which is incredible. Hopefully this will bring some respite for the family, knowing they are being supported in their efforts. Thoughts go out to Noah's family and friends. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.